Hello future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is another video in Strength of Materials 2, and this is part 2. In this video, I'm just going to add more sample problems for discussion. So this is problem 23. The frame is subjected to the load of 4 kilonewtons which acts on member ABD at D. Determine the required diameter of the pins at D and C if the allowable shear stress for the material is 40 megapascals. Pin C is subjected to double shear, whereas pin D is subjected to single shear. Round up answer to a whole value. So let's draw this is the free body diagram of the entire system. BC is a two-force body, that is why it looks like that. Then we consider the entire system first. Summation of moment about A equals 0. So we have R sub E times 2.5 equals the horizontal component of 4 kilonewtons. The vertical component passes through A. So the horizontal component is 4 cosine 45 degrees. Then moment arm is 1.5 plus 1.5. So that's why it is 3. Solving for R sub E is equal to 3.394 kilonewtons. So having found R sub E, we can now compute the force in BC by considering the free body diagram of ECD. So let's now put the reaction components at D. Those are the assumed direction of reaction components. Summation of moments about D equals 0. So the angle here is 45 degrees because the sides are equal, 1.5 and 1.5. So FBC times sine 45 degrees times 1.5 equals R sub E 3.394 times 2.5. So FBC sine 45, the vertical component of FBC, the horizontal component passes through D. It is not involved. So FBC, this one, FBC sine 45 times 1.5 equals R sub E 3.394 times 2.5. So FBC is 8 kilonewtons. So we can now compute the diameter of pin C. So 8,000 newtons, 8 kilonewtons equals allowable shear stress. So take note, it is mentioned here that C is in double shear. So we multiply the shear area of the bolt or the pin by 2. So 8,000 equals 40 megapascals times quantity 2 times pi over 4 diameter at C square. So 8,000 should be less than 40 megapascals. Then shear area of pin C double shear. So that's why times 2. So D sub C is greater or equal to 11.28 mm since we have to round up answer to a whole value. So D sub C equals 12 mm. Then for the reaction at D, summation versus X 0, dx plus 8 FBC 8 cosine of 45 equals 4 cosine of 45. So dx is negative 2 square root of 2 kilonewtons. So that means the assumption is wrong. So it should be leftward. But I will not change that. Anyway, we just want the magnitude of the pin force at D. Summation versus y0 dy plus 3.394 RE equals 8 sine 45 plus 4 sine 45. So dy is equal to 5.091 kilonewtons. So that's 5,091 newtons. So D is square root of 2 square root of 2 square plus 5.091 square. So the pin reaction at D or the force at pin D is 5.824 kilonewtons or 5,824 newtons. And it should be less than equal to 40 times pi over 4 diameter of D square, single shear only. So pi over 4 diameter D square diameter at D is greater or equal to 13.62 mm. So therefore, the diameter at D is 14 mm. Then next problem, 24. The compound wooden beam is connected together by a bolt at B. Assuming the connections at A, B, C, and D exert only vertical forces on the beam, determine the required diameter of the bolt at B and the required outer diameter of its washers if the allowable tensile stress for the bolt is 150 megapascals and the allowable bearing stress for the wood is 28 megapascals. Assume that the hole diameter in the washers has the same diameter as the bolt. So this is the given figure. So let's draw the free body diagram of the entire system. So let's sum up moment about D equals 0 to solve for A. So A times 2 plus 2 plus 6, 10 equals 2 times 1.5 plus 1.5 times 3 plus 3 times 8. So A is equal to that value. Then that value in newtons should be, we need to find the force in washer in this bolt here, B. So we draw the FBD of this part. So that's the free body diagram. So just this part only. So we sum up moment about C to solve for this force at B. So B times 1.5, summation moment about C. B times 1.5, so it is downward or upward here because it is in tension. So just assume this is upward. So tensile force at B upward because this is not included. So tensile force at B times 1.5 plus 3 times 2 equals 3.39, 3.15 reaction at A, 3.15 kilonewtons times 4. So force at B is equal to that value there. So force at B is 4,000 or 4.4 kilonewtons, and this 4.4 kilonewtons is less than equal to the allowable normal tensile stress, which is 150 times the area of this bolt, pi over 4 diameter of bolt at B square. So diameter of bolt at B should be greater, equal to that value. So likewise, for the outer diameter of the washer, it is equal, it is less, 4,400 newtons is less than equal to allowable bearing stress of wood, which is 28 megapascals. Then the bearing area is pi over 4 outer diameter of the washer square minus inner diameter of the washer, which is diameter of B 6.111 square. Solving for diameter of wood, diameter of wood is equal to that value there. Problem 26. The long bolt passes through the 30 millimeter thick plate. If the force in the bolt shank is 8 kilonewtons, determine the average normal stress in the shank, the average shear stress along the cylindrical area of the plate, defined by the section lines AA, and the average shear stress in the bolt head along the cylindrical area defined by lines BB. So this is the figure. This is lines AA for computing the shear stress here, which is like punching shear stress, and line BB, which is for computing the shear stress in the bolt head. And the diameter of this bolt head, since it is drawn section BB, which is aligned with this diameter of the bolt shank, so it is also 7 mm. So for part A, 8,000 newtons is equal to the normal average stress of the shank times area of the shank, which is pi over 4 7 square. So 8,000 is equal to normal stress in the shank times area of the shank, area of the circle, pi over 4 7 square. So the average normal stress in the shank is 207.9 megapascals. Then for B, the average shear stress in lines AA, so shear stress is equal to force over area. So this area is circumference, pi deep, it's like punching shear area, pi diameter is 18, and thickness is 20. So 8,000 is equal to shear stress in the shank, then the shear area is pi, diameter 18, thickness 30. So pi 1830. So the shear stress in the shank is equal to 4.71416 megapascals. Then for third, so it's the same except that we replace diameter by 7 mm and thickness by 8 mm. So 8,000 equals shear stress in the bolt, quantity pi times 7 times 8. So shear stress in the bolt is equal to 45.47 megapascals. And finally, this problem here, 27, a compression member is made of concrete 200 mm by 200 mm reinforced with four 25 millimeter diameter bars of the same length of 2.4. It is loaded with an eccentric load of 60 kilonewtons. Determine the deflection in mm of the member. Assume that the material behaves in a linear elastic response according to Hooke's law. So within elastic limit. So modulus of elasticity of steel 200 gigapascals, that of concrete 21.54 gigapascals. So the figure is this. So that means P is the sum of the load carried by the steel and carried by the concrete. So remember, area of steel 4 times 4 25 mm diameter bars, while the area of concrete is 200 by 200, then minus area of steel, which is 4 times 25, 4 times pi over 425 square. So the idea, delta is equal to delta S, delta C. Delta of the entire composite system is equal to the delta of steel alone, delta of concrete alone. So they have the same length. Then, therefore, the delta for the composite action is from PL over AE. So it should be PL over area of steel, E of steel, plus area of concrete, E of concrete. Then delta S is P of S, P of steel, length of steel, over area of steel, E of steel. So that's A composite, E composite, AE composite. So P of steel, length of steel over delta area S of steel, area of steel, then modulus of elasticity of steel, which is also equal to the deflection or deformation of concrete, force carried by concrete alone, length over area of concrete, E of concrete. So what is, from this last equation, we cancel L. So we have P sub C equals P sub S, area C, E sub C divided by area S, E sub S. So this equation comes from here after we cancel L and solve for P sub C. So P is equal to P of steel plus P of concrete, and it is equal to P sub S, then plus P sub C, which is this. So P sub S plus P sub S, area of concrete, E of concrete divided by area S, E of steel. So if we cross multiply, so we have P equals P sub S, area S, P sub S, area S, then E sub S plus P sub S, area sub C, E sub C, all over area S, E sub S. So factoring out P sub S, then we have P equals P sub S, quantity area S, E sub S, plus area sub C, E sub C, over area S, E sub S. Then we substitute it into this formula here. So P over area S, E sub S, plus area sub C, E sub C, equals P sub S over area S, E sub S. And P sub S over area S, E sub S is also P sub C over area sub C, E sub C, from these last two equations here. So we multiply everything by L, and that becomes PL over area S, E sub S, plus area C, E sub C, equals PSL over area S, E sub S, plus equals P sub C over P sub CL over area sub C, E sub C. So take note that this is delta S, this is delta C, and that is delta. So this is the formula for delta, which is equal to delta S, which is equal to delta C. So substituting delta equals P, which is P is 60,000 newtons, length is 2,400, so PL over area S, E sub S, plus area C, E sub C. So delta equals 60,000 newtons times 2,400 over area of steel is 4 times pi over 4, 25 square. So 4 times pi over 4, cancel 4, so pi 25 square, E sub S. While area of concrete is outer area 200 square minus area of steel, which is pi 25 square. Then close, then times E of concrete, which is 21,540 megapascals. So E sub S should be in megapascals, force newtons, length mm, so that delta will be in mm. Solving for delta, delta is equal to 0.119 mm.